Everyone said do lead code if you want a tech job. But when you open it for the first time, after seeing hundreds of problems, stranger names, confusing solution, and after failing in just one question, you start thinking that is coding even for me? But here is the truth that you are not bad at coding, you just started it in the wrong way. In this video, I will show you exactly how to start lead code in 2026 step by step. Even if you are completely beginner who feels lost, watch till end and you will know what problems to solve first, what to ignore, how actually improve instead of quitting. Now let us see the most common questions about lead code that everyone has. The first one is what lead code actually is. What you need before starting lead code. How to start lead code in the right way. How to solve lead code problems. And at last, how often should you practice? First, we will see what lead code actually is. Lead code is a platform that gives you coding problems to solve. The main goal isn't to just write code, but to train your mind to think logically and solve problems step by step. When you practice on lead code, you will get better at understanding how data structures like arrays, strings, maps work and how to use them efficiently. It's mainly used for getting better at coding, preparing for technical interviews, and building strong fundamentals. A common misunderstanding is that lead code is about memorizing answer. It's not. Instead, it teaches you how to break the problems down, recognize the pattern, and come up with a solution on your own. In short, lead code helps you to think like a programmer, not just to write a code. What you need before starting lead code. Before starting lead code, you don't need to know everything. You only need three basic things, which are one programming language. Pick just one programming language and stick on to it. This helps you to focus on problem solving instead of learning new syntax every time. If you are a beginner, then my advice is to start with Python because it is simple and readable. But you can also start with Java and C++ if you already know them. Next, we have basic syntax knowledge. You should understand the basics like how to declare a variable to store value, how to use loop to repeat code, conditional statements for decision making, and some knowledge about the function which help you to organize your logic. Next, we have right mindset. It means that understanding that it's okay to struggle. Lead code problems are not made to be easy. If you feel confused or stuck, that does not mean that you are bad at coding. It means you are learning, making mistakes, and taking time helps your brain to grow. So don't give up quickly. Keep trying and you will improve little by little. How to start lead code in the right way. Most beginners fail at lead code because they start in the wrong way. They pick the random large problem and get frustrated. That's the biggest mistake. The correct way to start is create a lead code account. First, we need to create a lead code account which is free. Next, go to the problems and select the easier ones. Now, let us open lead code and see how to select easier ones. This is a lead code page where you can see different types of problems. Here in the top, we can select problems based on their difficulty. After sorting on the difficulty, you will get all the easier problems on the top. You can start solving from the first problem, which is to some problem. Next, we have start with basics. You need to start with the basics like arrays and string. Here we can see different topics on lead code, which are arrays, strings, hash table, binary search, database, and so on. First, we need to start with arrays because they are simple and easy to understand. You can solve the problems on arrays easily. How to solve lead code problems? This is the most common and the frequent question asked about lead code. When beginners see the problem, they often rush to write code. That's the wrong approach. First, we need to read the problem slowly. Take your time to read the problem, understand what input you are given, and what output you need to return. Next, we need to think of a simple idea. Before worrying about speed and optimization, think of the basic way to solve the problem. Even if it is slow, that's completely fine. Next, try coding yourself. Write the code on your own first. You might get stuck or make mistakes, and that's okay. Struggling helps learn and improve. At last, check the solution. After trying, look at the other solution and your solution and see what you can learn or improve. Never copy code without understanding it. The main goal of using Leetcode is to learn how to think, not just finish the problem. How often should you practice? Many beginners think of solving lots of problems at once. That's not effective. Consistency is what matters. Try doing of one problem per day. Spend about 20 to 40 minutes on it. Aim of 5 to 6 days a week to keep learning without getting tired. Small and regular practice builds your skill gradually. Doing a lot at once and stopping does not help because you forget lot of things that you have learned. Focus on steady progress. Even one problem a day adds up 100 problems in a few months, making you much more stronger in coding and problem solving. That's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any doubts, let us know them in the comment section. Share this video with your friend who need to start their lead code journey in 2026. Thanks for watching.